Welcome to the warm and sunny Colombo. An incredible game on our hands. Asia Rugby Emirates Men's Championship Playoff 25. Both teams looking to book their place in that elite competition. Malaysia visiting the home team, Sri Lanka, here at the Racecourse. Coming to you live from the Racecourse Grounds in Colombo. This one is going to be a cracker-lacking affair.
And we could expect great things from both sides. And I think everybody's in anticipation as to see what will happen.
The head-to-head between Sri Lanka and Malaysia. Sri Lanka have had the upper hand and the advantage, winning 11 games, whereas Malaysia have only managed to win 6. But what Malaysia will take confidence in is the fact that the last encounter that they played against each other, Sri Lanka, like Abdullah mentioned, has been very successful. Tarinder was part of this team which played against India and Kazakhstan. It was a very, very good outing for Sri Lanka, winning the first one against India 45 points to 10, and then getting the upper hand against Kazakhstan as well, 45 points to 7. That was a very good base that Sri Lanka built on. Winning these two games, that would have given them a lot of confidence.
The knockouts finals, or the knockout tournament last year, especially Candy, CR got knocked out in the first round last year. So we had a long break between us actually starting training and practices for the Sri Lanka outfit. Whereas this year, I think we are so much more prepared conditioning-wise.
They have rallied together and they have come back and made sure that they are ready for this battle. As we see the Honourable Minister of Sports and the President of the Asia Rugby Football Association, Mr. Kais Abdullah. First, we look at the visiting team, Malaysian team card, Azri, Amirul and Harith making up the first row for Malaysia. Shobre and Samir in the lock, and also alongside skipper Sarif Etonia is going to be a key man to take a look at, wearing the number 8 jersey, and alongside Ryan James. Sri Lankans, it's been a very interesting team. Johnny Dupulasti Senuru making up the first rows. Navid Marasinghe and Tilna Bandara in the second rows. Nizar, Taranju Chaturanga and Lasudu Karnatalika in the third row. Heshan Johnson and Nigel Ratwat, a tried and tested pairing in that number 10 jersey. Janadu Madhushanka, Janadu Dilshan and Dina Lekanaika will be the wingers of the game, with Akash Madhushanka and experienced Danushka Ranjan in the centers, with Murshid Zubair at the back. Here's the kickoff from Akhil. Good collection by Tilna Bandar, who goes up high. Sri Lanka looking to sit this up.
Use it!
Jansen digging for it, puts the ball up. Chasing that is Ekanaika. Gets his hands on it, but loses it forward. So advantage in favor of Malaysia. Nazruddin to his big front rower, but a crunching tackle. Nizar and Chaturanga pairing up and fronting up for that. This time Akhil putting the ball to boot, but doesn't find the distance he was looking for. Good collection by Jansen, and just finds touch. They did have forward momentum. They just need to be careful of the referee's call.
Once!
This time, quick ball to Nigel Madhushanka, and yes, Danushka Ranjan offloads, and Dore puts in.
Progresses and settles down in this game, we'll see a lot more of that.
Yet again, this time setting it up. Sri Lanka, they are marching their way forward. Malaysia guilty of not committing enough men. Etonia trying to disrupt that. He had absolutely no way that he was going to come through the correct channel. Needed to roll away as well. Jansen to Bandara. Bandara tucks it in. Quick pick and go by the Sri Lankan first rower.
Number on your collapse, please, JP.
Jansen, referee playing advantage in favor of Sri Lanka. Nizar. Ratwata, Madhushan. Danushka Ranjan with the drive. 10 points to 7. The rare opportunity to make it 12, and this time around has absolutely no problem. Akash Madhushanka says, no one will touch me. There was one scored by my partner. I'll take one too.
The Malaysia backline, which Sri Lanka at the moment is dominating. Whereas they have to just be like, okay, calm down. I just have to do what I'm supposed to do, and everything else will happen.
It's Karnataka Jansen. This time Dinaleka Naika, one man to beat. Dinaleka Naika will go all the way. And just like that, Sri Lanka touching down for their fourth. If this continues, it's going to be a long, long afternoon.
As we see,
I think it's also off the base of the scrum.
Less than 2 minutes to go on our clock. As Atonia breaks and finds Akhil. On to Afiruddin. Puts ball to boot. Here's Karunatilaka. Not an easy man to stop, so very good work by Afiruddin. Sri Lanka now with possession. Short ball.
No hands, tackler away.
To Bandara.
Tackler there, thank you, Captain.
Jansen
It's right there.
trying to
Get it
protest
out.
that the ball is not out and he's being held. Now goes to his forwards.
You had it, no one held on.
Senora Pereira tucking that in. Here's a big carry by Navin Marasinghe. Subair to Ranjan. Quick ball coming out. Ratwata. Space. Had plenty of men on the outside, but Pulasti decided to go. Ratwata. Nigel Ratwata on the move. Needs support. Arrives in the form of Nisar. Nisar now finds Jansen onto the corner. Dilshan gets away from Samuela. That was a high shot. Referee playing advantage. Madhushanka into the 5 meters. Madhushanka going again. Needs to make the ball available. Jansen now to Nigel. Marasinghe, little jiggle. Marasinghe, and I will go all the way for Sri Lanka.
they're just getting a lot more difficult for the Malaysians as Murshid Zubair makes no mistake with the conversion.
Now Malaysia needs to try and settle down, recycle. Advantage in favor of them. Advantage over their kicking hasn't been ideal. Subair. Dilshan cut him back inside is Ranjan. Yes, Ranjan still on the move. Dore back to Ekanaika. Ekanaika with the fend off and Dinal Ekanaika.
Either run, kick, pass it, and that is where I think the opportunity was created. And as the saying goes, a kick is only as good as its chase, and there goes the conversion.
It's not easy, Atonia. Almost triple his size ball now. Ripped off. Rifan. Madhushanka. Ranjan. Here's Ekanaika going for his hat-trick. Ekanaika, nobody will catch him. Dinal Ekanaika with a hat-trick. What a day for this winger. Still playing advantage in favor of the red shirts. Amirul now. Nasruddin. Long cut-out pass. Space on the outside. Needs the ball to go out. Here's Atunia and he will go in for his second.
And then they spread it wide and caught Sri Lanka lacking numbers on the outside, and an easy score.
Akhil, despite not finding the mark, Tenakodanakara, who's just come onto the field with the restart. Akhil collecting it. Ambitious pass, and Johnny Dilshan says thank you, and I'll score 2-2. The two wingers.
So Murshid with the opportunity to further extend this lead. Strikes it well and it's over.
Checking his way to play as the scrum half, with scrum half joining the line out. James Letonia goes through the middle. Letonia, and he will go for the break. His hat trick. 3 tries for this big number 8. All 3 scored for Malaysia through this big man. He was in the backs, like Abdullah mentioned, but slowly made his way to.
With the conversion attempt, strikes it well, but just misses the right upright.
This time going to number 2, Bandara, and the forwards getting on it, and that's going to be another try. Sri Lankan forwards
Should keep up the pressure, not slow the game down, and take advantage of the tired legs of the Malaysians.
is going to book their spot in Asia Rugby Emirates Men's Championship, the top 4. They return to the top after a long hiatus in front of home crowd. This is absolutely terrific performance by the Sri Lankan outfit. As we look at the Colombo skyline, here are the key stats of Asia Rugby Emirates Men's Championship Playoff 2025. Sri Lanka 59 points to 19, scoring 9 tries and 7 conversions. They notched up that humongous scoreline. Here's the player of the match, Dinale Kanaika, receiving his accolade from President of Asia Rugby. The crowds seeing and supporting their heroes, and test match rugby here in our own course. Congratulations to Sri Lanka yet again, and what a day it has been.